Come back again. My name remains Nakash. So today I'm going to be demonstrating how to put in your visitor's visas application and how you will be able to do it yourself. So in my subsequent video, I'm going to also talk about various application various documents that you're going to need to use during your visitor's visa application so that this can give you a higher chances of getting a positive approval in your application. So let's get started. You can just open your Google and type in visitors visa application. Currently, Canada has two application portals you can use to put in your visitors visa. There's what we call the old portal, and there's also the new portal. The new portal is sort of very fast, yeah. You are able to get your application process faster than on the old portal. And everything, instead of filling multiple forms, you're able to just fill in your information while on the portal and submit straight up. So I think when you type Canada Visit Visa application, this link leads you to the old portal. I'm going to demonstrate that in subsequent video. But for me, all the visitors visa I've applied, I usually use this new portal because the response rate is fast. So let me open visitors visa application. You come up with on a page like this and how to apply for visitors visa. Please take your time to read through this. It doesn't cost you anything to read through this. This will help you to understand the process even better. Because I've done this multiple times, so I know what I'm looking for. So these are various options in which you can apply for visitors visa. You can apply to come to Canada as a tourist. You can apply to visit a family member for business sake, for funeral, to provide support for this, for that. These are all the information. So let me demonstrate. My demonstration today will be to unite with a family member. Maybe in subsequent video, I'm going to also demonstrate as a tourist. I know that most of the options you have is for conference, for tourists. Yeah, for they are all similar with the exception that if you're coming to see a family member, that family member has to send you an invitation letter. So that's just the exception. For tourists, you have to write like a letter of purpose stating what you intend to do for the days you're spending in Canada and different tourist attraction center you intend to visit. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to be picking to unite with a family member. Then you click on get instruction. It brings you here. It says to apply for visitor visa to join a family member in Canada. Yes, I want to unite with a family member. You click here and it brings you how to apply. You go IRCC portal. So this is the new portal. These are the requirements it's asking you for because I'm assuming I don't have accounts. So sign up and apply. So you're going to sign up and apply. Apply for visitor visa for myself, apply for visitor visa on behalf of someone else. And so I'm going to click that I'm applying it for myself because this demonstration is actually to encourage people to do it themselves. So you apply for yourself. Do you already have an application in progress? I'm going to say no for the sake of this demonstration. And this is it. You will hear from us within 30 to 40 business day. Try to read this because I don't want these videos to be so lengthy. So I'm going to skip a lot of things. These are something you should be able to read up when you're doing it. So get an IRCC portal account. So I'm clicking on this. It will bring me to this page. So it's asking for email code and I'm required to put in the code. Then you confirm and you sign into your account. Yes, this is how you quit your account in the first place. Terms and condition. Please read. I know a lot of us don't read terms and condition. Okay. So this is how it looks like. My IRCC portal. This is your IRCC portal. So start an application. And this is the same process for study permits. It's different from PR, but any other tourist or any other application, this is the same process. So if I'm going to be demonstrating for tourists and everything, I'm not going to create the account all over. I'm just going to come and build in another application on this. And you can have multiple applications on the same account. So apply for a visitor's visa. I click on this and loading, read this. please do, just telling you the steps it require. I acknowledge and I start my application. So the question, do you want to apply for more than one person? Yeah, if you're coming in as a family, this is where you put yes, you're applying for more than one person. But for this sake of this, no, I'm applying for myself. I'm assuming I'm doing this for myself. And do you want study permit, transit visa, visitors visa, or super visa? Or not sure? I know I'm coming as visitors visa. So these are various options you have. Is it to be with a loved one that is sick here in Canada, to provide care for a loved one, to join a vessel, to travel or accompany someone, an immediate family member, to visit Canada as a tourist? So if you're coming as a tourist, this is the same process, just the documentation that is different. To visit your spouse, if you have a spouse or a dependent child or anything, to visit grandparents, grandchildren, half siblings, step sibling who are Canadian citizen, permanent residents, and this and this and this. So I am assuming the person coming to see me, because I'm a permanent resident holder of Canada. So I'm assuming the person coming to see me is my family member. Or yeah, or I am assuming I'm going to see a family member who is a permanent resident. Yeah, so it will be to visit a family, my grandparents, grandchildren, half sibling, step sibling, non-dependent child who is a Canadian citizen. So I'm just going to pick this. Or you can also say to visit other family members. So for your cousins, maybe the person you want to go and visit is your cousin, is your family member, you are related. So it can be to visit other family member who are not listed above. You see, this one is specific. So if I'm going to greet my sibling, my parents, my step brothers, my step sisters, this is the option. But if you're coming to see other family member, cousin, distant relation, then this is the option. So I'm just assuming this, and you move forward. Tell us more about what you will do when you including the date. So you can just put, I'm coming to Canada on 1st of December to celebrate the Christmas with my sister because I've missed her so much. She's relocated to Canada with her children. So I've been unable to have time with them. And Canada actually value family unification. And this is a great time for me to meet with them. I'm going to be, if you're working, that will be on another video. I don't want to this video to be so lengthy. So you can just put the reason you want to visit. It's more than, it's beyond this, even though your invitation letter will carry more details because this is actually being limited. There's a limit to the words you can put here. So you just put, I want to unify. Okay, for unification, for family unification. Please, it's beyond this. When do you intend to enter Canada? Let me say 2023, December, let me say December 20th. When do you intend to leave Canada? Let me say January, after I've enjoyed the white Christmas. So January, let's say 19. So to make it, I'm spending 1 month. You don't have a UCI number yet. Until when you've done your biometrics, you will have a UCI number. Then you save. It's also telling you the kind of documents you will have, other stages in this application. Then you click on continue. Representative, are you applying on behalf of someone? Say no, because this video is to demonstrate how you can do it on yourself, by yourself. And your surname, what did I even put as the surname? Demo, and another, your first name, demo. Okay, date of birth. Let's say you are 2000. Let's use January 1st. Okay, your gender, female. Continue. Your passport. What documents are you traveling with? Your international passport. That's the, and for Nigeria, your international passport is the regular passport. For other countries, it might be anyone. You're not diplomat, is it official? And so on. So you put that, select your country code. So you put Nigerian. Is Nigeria. What nationality are you? You're Nigerian. Oh, okay. Your passport number A00012345 6. Confirm your passport number A00012345 6. This is just for demonstration. When was this passport issued? Let's say it was issued. I'm just going to use any number here. Let's say it was issued 2023. And for the good thing about Canada is that ensure that when you're about applying for visa, for especially for visit visa, you have a new passport because they're going to give you your visa application is going to be the validity of your passport or the validity of your biometrics. That's if you've never had biometrics before and you have a 10 years passport, you're going to get a 10 years visa. But if you've done biometrics before, it will be the validity of your biometrics. Oh, it doesn't match. 00. Okay, one more zero. And this, when does this passport expire? Let me put January. I'm just going to be using anything, any number that comes up. Let's say 2027. And are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States? I'm assuming no. Have you held a Canadian visitor's visa in the past 10 years? I'm saying no. This is your first time. If it is, yes. Do you currently hold a valid US non-immigrant visa? I'm saying no to this. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Yeah, you can't trek from Nigeria anyway. So, country or territory of residence? No. Where you were born? Of Nigeria. You're born in Nigeria. City where you were born. Let me say Abuja. Are you a citizen of more than one country? I'm assuming no. Which country or citizen are you? Nigeria again. I'm a citizen of this country since birth. You click here. So it brings up your birthday because you've been a citizen since birth. And do you have your NIN, national identity? You said yes if you have. You said no if you don't have. I encourage people to do. Document number, you can just have anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see your document number, your national ID. So date it was issued. I'm also assuming. I hope I'm not going to be asked if you, to provide some of these dates. I'm not keeping record of what I'm picking. And select the country or territory that issued this document. Nigeria issued this document. Uh, I'm trying to be fast because I don't want this video to be lengthy. Yes. And save and continue. Names used in the past. You have names in the past. If you have names you were using in the past, you say yes, you put in the names. If you don't have names for females that have changed their name, you can put yes and put in your names in the past. So for the sake of this video, I'll say no and continue. So countries or territory of residence. Have you lived anywhere? So you currently lived in Nigeria. If you've lived in another country for more than 6 years, it will require you to put this information for more than 6 months, sorry. So Nigeria, street 1, 2, 3, 4. City Abuja. Postal code is optional. Is your mailing address the same as your residential address? Yes. Countries or territories, that's if you have lived in any other country more than 6 months, this is required of you. So I'm assuming I did not live in any country more than 6 months. And yes. Okay, this is your country of residence. So where you've lived, you put yes, you add this. You've lived in Nigeria again, more than 6 months. Why is my mouse messing up today? Okay. Your status in this country, you're a citizen of Nigeria. From when? God, from birth. What? I think January 1 was what I used as your birth date. So I'm guessing January 1. Uh, this is where I currently live, yes. And you save. So if you have multiple countries, you put it here and save and continue. Biometrics, this information is if you've applied for Canada visa before in the past, and within the last 10 years, they still have your information. So you will not be required to have your biometrics captured. But should this be the first time, oh, your biometrics has not been captured, so you will require to respond to this. Do you already have a fingerprint or photo and are still valid? No. So because you've not done biometrics before, should you have done biometrics before? The response should be yes. And save and continue. Who is inviting you now? This is the difference with application, visit visa and tourist coming as a tourist and everything. Because this, in this case, if you're coming to see someone, you claim you know someone, a family member or so, this person should send you an invitation letter. So this, so I'm assuming our surname is the same. So demo, giving name. Oh, what should I use? Let me just use example. But when applying, this is real names of humans. So please, so what's your relationship with this person? You can see you put family member. If you're coming as a friend, you put a friend. If you're coming for conference or anything, so family member. What's this person address in Canada? It has already brought it up. And put this person address. Let me just form an address. 245. Okay, anything that comes up. Toronto. Yeah. And it has put in the person's address and type cellular number of this person, resident, no cellular. Select the cellular number of this person is Canada number because this person is here. So let me use 289-123-4405. I hope they're not sending anything to the number. The email of this person, let me put my first demo email. Okay. As someone else inviting you, you can say yes, you can say no. So usually when I'm applying for family member, because myself and my husband are here, so I just put yes for this, so to show that it is myself and my husband that is inviting this person to come visit us. So if it's just one person that is inviting, you can put yes. If you have multiple people, then you can also put the information. So in this case, I'll just put no here and next. Now, this is the sweetest part. This is where you have to show the proof of funds you have. There's a limit to there's a threshold to proof of fund that you are required to provide. You're required to have a minimum amount in your account to come visit Canada. And also there's an option that someone else is sponsoring you. Yes. So I've done a whole lot of application for people where I have to do the 100% sponsor for them because once I'm doing the 100% sponsor for these people, I do not require any bank statement from them. All I need to do is to provide my job offer. That's my employment letter and also my bank statement or my pay stub, depending on how you want to put it. For some, you can just put your employment letter and your pay stub to show that you're capable financially of inviting these people to Canada. And there are times that I do parts, we share it. Maybe this person have just maybe 50, $500 to sponsor themselves and me co-sponsor. So oftentimes I just prefer the 100% sponsor for family members because it's easy, it saves cost. It saves me from them bringing in a whole lot of information. But should you be applying yourself, then this is where you have to use, there's an exchange app where you can check the current value of your Naira or your home country currency to what you have in dollars. So if you're coming in as a visitor, the threshold is you should have, I think, about $6,000 to be able to support yourself within that minimum period you intend to stay. The more, the better. Yeah, the more, the better. So in this case, for the sake of this demonstration, let me say you have $10,000 to support yourself with it. Then if someone is giving you money to stay in Canada, in my own personal application, this is where I say yes. And I'm just using this to demonstrate. I can just say yes. My sister is supporting me with $5,000 to cover. My sister is supporting me with $5,000 and would cover my accommodation, your transport, and any other incidental expenses. So this is just where you are. And if you don't have any money and the person is doing full sponsorship, you just put zero here. That's all. I've done this multiple times and I've have all of these cases scenario have approval. Yes. So for this, let's just use the 10,000 or 2,000 or 3,000. And yes, and you move to next and save. So post education, they want to find out about your education. Post-secondary education. Have you ever studied a post-secondary? That's if you have more than secondary school education, you can put in yes if you have, and you put in all your information. If I put in yes, then you are required to do add and put in the school you went to. I intend, I do not intend to do this, but let me just do this once and for all. I would have picked no. It makes it easier for me and faster for this application. So, name of your institution, University of Lagos. From what year? Let's say 2010 to January. So, what did I pick in Asia? 2010 to 2015 December. What's the level of your education? Is it degree, master's? Let me say master's for the sake of this demonstration. In what field? So usually they limit this information. So just know the department in which your course fell. Let me look for, what am I using here? Business and commerce. Let me just say business and commerce. What is under business and commerce? That's all. And the country is Nigeria. Nigeria. And address of your school. Let me just use Lagos. Please use the right address. City, Lagos. And you save and continue. Save. So work history. So usually you need to demonstrate when you're applying for visit visa that you have something back home you are coming back to. So if you don't have any strong tie back home, the visa officer is just going to throw away your application. So even for people that know that their plan is to come to Canada, get a job, and apply for work permit, which is now allowed within Canada, you still need to prove to them that, hey, I am very busy back home and I'm coming back home after my visit to Canada. If you want your application to go through, did you serve in military? No. And give details of your employment activity since you were 18. So this is where you give details of where you've worked, from what year, let's say from 2017, you worked January. Let me just use this as ongoing. If you have multiple, you just put multiple. Were you unemployed? Put it. Or were you in trade and were you homemaker? Were you management position? Were you in business and finance? Let me just use business and finance. What was your job title? So they restrict this because they already have like a limited option. So you just pick something that relates more to what you were doing in your home country. So let me see if I see anything banking. If I don't, I can just put administrative service manager. What's the company name? ABC Limited. The main duties you were doing, and it's also limited. Just say I was a banking supervisor. So whilst this new portal does not give you room to put in detailed explanation, this is where your letter of explanation comes in handy, your employment letter, every other document you upload. I'm going to be doing a video on different documents that you will need to apply for your visit visa. So select country or territory. We're using Nigeria for the sake of this video. Your address, let's say 254 Okwebi, City, Lagos. Um, you save and continue. So save and continue. It usually requires 10 years experience. Anyway, your travel history. In the past 5 years, have you traveled to any other country where you are a citizen or where you lived now? No. So we didn't travel anywhere. We have been in Nigeria. If you do travel, then you put in years. Travel is have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity of your status? Please. Oh, I hope you've not broken law at any point. Say no. Have you ever been refused visa or permit, denied entry, or asked to leave any country? Please, if you've ever had a visa refusal in the past, please say yes. Canada is very brutal. If you say no and you have history of denial in the past, 5 years ban, 5 years, they'll just ban you straight up. So saying yes does not stop them from giving you visa. Let me say when you say yes, all you need to say just I was refused US visa. The officer stated I did not meet the eligibility requirement. As simple as that. You don't need to give details. I've done this for multiple times. You don't need to give details. Just declare that you've been refused visa. That's all. And you did not meet the eligibility requirement. If you know the date, you can just say, I was refused visa in 2014 and it was stated that I did not meet the eligibility requirement. And bam, you're done. Please don't deny if you're been refused visa before and say no. This does not in any way affect your approval rate. So save and continue. And have you ever committed a crime? No, I'm guessing no. Have you ever been arrested for criminal offense? No. Please read everything. I need to be fast. Have you ever been charged for criminal offense? No. Have you ever been convicted? No. Save and continue. Criminality and security question. Have you ever been a member of association? If you know you've done riots before, luta continua, please just say no. No. Have you ever witnessed or participated in ill treatment of prisoner? No. Please read everything. Then your medical history. Have you had medical perform in the last 10 years? No. If you've had your Canadian medical examination done, then you put yes. And medical background, have you had tuberculosis? No. In the past 5 years, have you in close contact with someone with tuberculosis? No. And save and continue. Are you currently receiving dialysis? They don't want anything that will be a burden on their medical system. So no. Have you had a drug or alcoholic causing threat to your life? No. Mental issue? No. Have you been diagnosed of syphilis? No. And save and continue. So your marital status, are you married? Are you single? Which of these categories apply to you? So for this, if you're married, you'll be required to put in the name of your spouse or your children and so on. So let me just use single for the sake of this, because married, I'll be filling in multiple steps. So single, and do you have a biological or adopted children? Do you have children? Yes or no? These are some of the questions that is testing your tie back home. If you have kids back home, the officer sees that you have something to go back to Nigeria with. So as a single, it's actually tougher because you need to prove that you have someone you're going back home to meet. So no, you don't have. I understand that I'm not declaring any natural adoption. Yes. You go back. Tell us about your parents. Now, because you're single, you tell us about your parents. Even if you're married, you still talk about your parents. So, do you know who your parents are? If you don't know who your parents are, you click here. If you do, then you put here your surname. So, I'm still going to use demo, your given name of your parent, demo senior. So, relationship, this is your father, date of birth, 1921. So let's use Valentine. January 14. And if your parent is late, then you can click on this checkbox that this parent is deceased, the country of birth, Nigeria, and their occupation, just put retired. So this is also a proof back home. You have aged parents, you can't leave them behind. Oh, you definitely come back after your visit. Does this parent have the same address as you? Let's just say yes. If they don't have, if you put no, you provide their address. That's just the difference. So let me just, okay, let me provide the address anyway. Um, yes, street 234567, Abuja. Will this parent come with you to Canada? No, they are not coming with me. And save. So you put for your mom as well, add parent. So I'm just going to skip this method. So you have to put for your other parent. Parent is actually two, so mom and dad. So next, and what is your language? Your native language. So, so I'll put Yoruba for the sake of this. Can you communicate in English or French? English. What language would you like us to contact you with? English. And next, your email address. Same email that we used for this application. And save and continue. Telephone number. Add your telephone number. Resident. Others is not in Nigeria. Is a Nigerian number. 080562734. And save. Then save and continue. This is summary of your application. You can always edit any stages of this application. So everything we have filled so far, this is the summary. So should I click edit, it will take me back to that particular segment of this application. I'll be able to upload. So usually you have 60 days to complete this and submit. So you don't need to rush to submit. If you need more information to add, you can just go edit and upload. So I'm assuming that this is all the information I want to add, and this is the right time for me to submit my application. So I click on save and submit. So to tell you about your document, the document requirements, they come in JPEG, this, PDF, and so. So you're going to learn to do a lot of merging. You're going to merge a whole lot of information. So this is what is requiring you to upload. So your national ID, it actually comes based on the information you've imputed. So this particular application did not require my invitation letter placeholder. I've done some that will give you a placeholder for your invitation letter, but for the fact that you're coming to see a family member, please still have your invitation letter. This is where they are optional document. Canadian visit visa actually looks so simple because this is just like the compulsory document they need from you, your national identity, um, your national identity card or slip, that's your NIN slip, your passport, the photocopy of your passport, and your proof of fund. Your proof of fund. Your proof of fund. So for this proof of fund, so what you usually do is you have to merge multiple documents together. So for instance, you have to merge if someone else is supporting you, their statements, whatever proves that they are financially capable, plus your own. If you also have a proof of fund you're supporting your travel with, this is where you will merge everything together and put it. And I usually also encourage people to have like a letter of explanation showing your financial summary, whatever you've merged together. When I'm discussing documents requirements, I'm going to do that. Then consent for personal information. This is usually an empty placeholder. The employer letter. an additional document. So this additional document will take in a whole lot of information where you need to prove to them that you have tie back home. Should you have kids, their birth certificate, if you want to also show all their passports information, you merge it with every other thing. If you are married, you merge those together, your employment, any other proof you need to show them that, hey, I'm busy back home. I'm not going to elope when I get to Canada. I'm going to definitely get back home. So these are some of the things you put. Maybe for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to just upload something also important. So this is my resume. Let me look some of the application I've done in the past. Okay, let me upload this here. Let me, I'm just going to upload anything. Not really the, oh, this is larger. So this is sample. If it's larger than 2 megabytes, it's not going to go in. So let me put financial support letter here. I will also repeat this financial support letter. Maybe that's what I'll just put in all the application. Oh, what information? What error is it? Okay, because it's the same, so it's notifying me. I need to put something else. Okay, let me put invitation letter here. Okay, so it has even allowed me, so I don't need to put anything here. I just want you to see the end part of this application. Then come here, consent. Do you consent for CIC organization with us in the future? Do you give your consent? Yeah. Or you don't want to give your consent, your surname is demo, your giving name is demo. And you save and continue. And this is the fee you're going to pay. So biometrics fee, because you've not captured the biometrics before this, the visitor visa application fee, this, you save and continue. And it will require you to make this payment. So put in your details, make the payment, and your application, boom, you've applied. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you found this video very informative. Kindly share with your friends, recommend this channel, like, subscribe, or whatever.